I'm Alicia All, the founder of LevelUp Score, and I'm here today to spotlight a good girlfriend of mine in the credit repair space. You all know her, Taneeka Richardson. Taneeka, thank you for being with me tonight. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
So I hope you don't mind, but I wanted to spotlight you because you are definitely an influence in the credit repair space. People come to you with questions. You have great answers. You're there to help mentor people. So first of all, thank you for doing that.
As she just said, my name is Taneeka Richardson, and I've been a CRO in the industry 4 years, roughly 4 years. So I still consider myself a newbie, but apparently I know a lot, but I still consider myself a newbie when I hear other folks who've been doing it for 20 plus 30 years. My background is in HUD. I used to be a HUD housing counselor right now before I switched over to policy, and this eventually decided to kind of start my business. And then when started my credit repair business, one of the softwares that I kind of fell in love with, and to the point I probably in a friendly way became overly obsessed with, was Dispute Fox. So I ended up starting the Dispute Fox group, and that is the free Facebook group that I admin from. So I know a lot of people in the community. That's where you guys will kind of recognize me from, is the Dispute Fox girl, is what people call me, because I pretty much know out of the software. I think at one point in time, some people joke around and thought like I was like a silent partner or a not so silent partner, but I'm not. I'm just a regular user, CRO, just like you guys. We just have this community. So yeah, so that's where I get to meet a lot of like-minded folks from, is in that Facebook community.
And she is the Dispute Fox Queen.
Yes.
Get that right? Yeah. And I do think that people probably think that you are a partner of some sort, because you certainly are a big advocate of Dispute Fox.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So I'm going to ask you some questions. And I didn't know that about you, about HUD, by the way. That's awesome. So,
yeah, we can connect about that. Yep.
Yeah, so you obviously saw a need for people that needed help. And
yes. So a lot of folks, you probably can hear my accent, but I'm initially from Baltimore. So that's kind of really how I got my start, is just working in a voucher program there. And then, but before I was a HUD worker, I was on a board for a couple of years, and then when I graduated and got my master's, I became a HUD worker. So right now, I'm no longer on the front line of that type of work. I'm on the back end, so I do a lot of research for HUD, and I'm officially, my title is a housing policy analyst. So to the sense where, I may not have knowledge necessarily from a lender perspective, right? But when it comes to like the data and the research and what the numbers say and what the folks need on the ground, when it comes to like housing and affordable housing, I'm definitely a girl for that. So
awesome. Because I've been in the industry for a long time and also I'm a lender, I used to go and teach classes for HUD about credit.
Nice.
So I just bring that up because I wonder if that's something they still want and need.
Yeah, so some people do that. Yeah. So for my particular organization, we were a nonprofit. So we actually had staff we had our internal staff that would teach people, but I know for some of the PHAs, which is public housing authorities, they definitely do teach people, to bring them in, especially now. I'm kind of after COVID, credit is even more important. I'm probably going to get preachy about my voucher holders now, but but even with a voucher, it's like really hard for folks to be able to lease up because of credit issues, right? So it's really important. So we do try to spend that time with them to get that credit together before giving them a voucher, so that they are able to lease successfully. Because even though they have a voucher, landlords can still legally screen them based off of their own internal requirements.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, they definitely still need it, and still will probably partner up with some folks. So yes, if you are local, don't be shy. Like, reach out to your PHA and see if they need your services. Churches, anywhere, and that's basically like your target population of people that need your services. They would definitely welcome it. And I would even reach out to say, because I know we like money and stuff too, guys, but even if you go out and you reach out and you're doing these community events and you're doing it for free, like, you're still getting your name out there, right? Because you may do a community event for them for free, but who's to say later on down the road a certain nonprofit or somebody won't then come and book your company to make this an ongoing thing, like where you're doing workshops on the regular, right? Because I had that offer as well, where LevelUp Score will come in at, where I got offered, we were kind of in negotiations to come in to do workshops. It's like for a nonprofit, but they were going to pay $2,500 per class.
Yeah,
for me to come in and talk about something, and I talk about it every day for free. So
And that's a great point, because I did the same thing. You get out there and you do some things for free like that. You get recognized for that. People see that you're an expert in the field. and then you can leverage that and start to earn an income from that as well. So
and then instead of getting the money from the clients, now you bumped up. Now you're getting the money from the organization, right? And they can afford it, so you don't have to feel bad about charging your worth, right? So
exactly. And that takes out some of the compliance stuff that you have to do if you're doing stuff for free to the consumer and someone else is paying you. It's a whole different ballgame in the credit repair space. So,
that's a good point.
Yeah. So if you're scared of compliance, that's a great way to get around it. Okay. Other questions. What challenges were you facing in your business before using LevelUp Score? Or even what challenges did LevelUp Score help to cure in your organization?
Yes. So really just time. It's just time. So how you can be doing something in your business. And that's why I say I still consider myself new sometimes, because sometimes we can get in our groove where we're doing something. It's we know we need something, but we don't know what it is that we need until we see it, type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I know previously before, I was manually creating monthly action plans, or I would manually, I do my monthly coaching calls with my clients, and we're literally going over this, and I would have my clients, take down a pen and pad, because I don't know about you guys, but one of the things my clients always ask me is, Taneeka, what can I be doing? What should I be doing? Should I pay this bill? I got some money. I don't know what to do. So it's I don't want to say it drives me, because that's not nice, but when you have so many people coming at you, they just so anxious to do something other than sit and wait for a 30-day update from you. This is your go-to, right? Because you can just refer them back well, hey, did you take a look at your action plan? Those are the things that you can be working on while working on your credit, right? I think it's just really important to stress that, coming to credit repair, it is a 50-50 thing, right? So we're doing our part and then you're doing your part, but having something tangible for them to refer back to, because when we're on those coaching calls, they're not going to remember half the stuff that we tell them on the phone, right?
Right. Yeah.
So being able to have something that they can refer back to, then that's it's a godsend. So that's pretty much kind of fill the void for me. And then pretty much how I use it during my onboarding. So new clients, even though they new, I still give it to them. I call that my baseline, right? So they can kind of see where they are, and they continue to get that every month, in addition to the monthly progress reports that a lot of CRMs have.
Awesome. Yeah. So I agree with you. It's for me, a lot of the clients will say stuff it felt you lifted a big weight off my shoulders because now I have a plan for what I need to do. Yes. I think that's part of the problem. For me, anything, right? So if we want to lose weight and go to the gym, we can go, but if we have a plan and someone says, hey, if you eat this and you do this, you get to your goal, it's a lot easier to do the things, right? If you know what you need to do. So great feedback. How did you first hear about LevelUp Score?
Yeah, so I first learned about LevelUp Score when I visited your table, CreditCon, and spoiler alert, no shade to anybody else, but your table was my favorite table there, because a lot of the other tables I did, I visited, but I already knew of those, right? I knew about some of those other businesses, but I did not necessarily hear about LevelUp Score. So I think I connected with you there several times. I'll say, when I leave, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna do it, right? Because I know I need it. And obviously the rest is history. I got back home to Maryland, I reached out, I signed up, got the demo, loved it, and been using it kind of ever since. So
now we're friends.
Yes,
Went from not knowing each other to friends. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was almost where have you been all my life? This, it's all right. And then, it actually makes us look good, because it makes us look professional. It's to our brand colors. We can put our logo on there. So when you can give something, whether it be an affiliate partner or you giving that to a client, it makes them oh, this company is actually legit. They actually got documents that they're giving us, and not just on the phone telling us 15 things to do before next month.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it's that having that transparency, right? And they have, and then every month it shows what changed from the month before, so they can see the progress that they're having. So that's great. Okay, so let's see. How has LevelUp changed the way you run your credit repair business? Was there anything that, since you've been using LevelUp Score, it really changed how you do business?
Not necessarily change how I do business, but it may open up different things, different opportunities that I maybe didn't consider before, right? Because I feel because I call myself more a local company, I'm very local. I don't take clients out of the state. I'm more a grassroots organization, for lack of better words. So I was already kind of like hands-on, right? So I know I just shared that like now I don't have to like be manually like bullet point emails to my clients, like different things I need to do. So to that respect, it definitely did help. But it also gave me opportunities of different things that I could do as far as, again, being out to the community or doing different events and being able to, offer them something, either for free or at a low cost if you want to charge them, for it. To be able to have them to be able to walk away from my table with something tangible that they can be like, oh yeah, I got this from Taneeka, right? Or from whatever your company name is, to be able to walk away with that. Because that'll stick to their, it'll stick to their in their mind when they leave and they go back and looking at stuff and be like, oh yeah, I did get this action plan, right? So
yeah.
And then people turn into clients, whether they sign up for a full service or they sign up for a DIY, because they're like, I can do this for myself. You can still sell the action plan to them. Because even if they are a DIY person, they still need an action plan.
They still need an action plan. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
So
yeah, you could dispute your heart out and not get to your goal, right? So an action plan is very valuable. Yeah. And there's a lot of credit repair companies that do it differently like that. They sell the action plan, they have a DIY, and you get the action plan, or some of them have it incorporated into their DIYs. There's all kinds of ways to do that. Okay, let's see. Have you noticed an increase in results or retention with your clients since using LevelUp Score?
Yes. The clients, I can tell you right now, the clients definitely appreciate it. Especially your clients that are serious on paying down debt, or like they're trying to buy a house to get to a certain goal. I know I have like several clients that, I know for a fact are going line by line. Like, oh, this pay or whatever, I'm going to pay down these 2 cards or whatever the case is. And I definitely like that. I just was telling someone else that too, before we got on the call. It's like one of the features that I like with LevelUp Score is that, when we get to set that percentage for the utilization, like that is like really helpful because it's giving them something tangible, like, oh, you need to pay $30 or you need to pay $140, right? To get that on. So I do know from my serious clients that are looking to buy a home, that they definitely do appreciate that. And I should, full disclosure, a lot of my clients are serious clients, because if you guys follow me on social media, I really don't even market like that. I really just bother all my realtor friends and they just send me people. Because what I learned just in my short time being in the industry is that, if when your affiliates send you people, 9 times out of 10, those people are serious. Because that means they already went to a lender, they didn't get approved, and they're coming to you because they need to get a 640 or whatever the case is. So those are the ones who are normally serious for me, and have been kind of following through step by step.
Yeah, and I think they tend to be also the clients that are not shy about paying for the service too.
That too, yes, absolutely. They come, they like ready what I need to do, and obviously they trust you because they're getting referred to you from their realtor, so you already getting that like, know, and trust on day one, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely beneficial. So shout out to affiliates, y'all, and get in with the affiliates.
Get in with affiliates. I agree. That's the way that I built my business as well. It's all referral based, and for me, it works better. I don't have to fight for the deal. I'm not trying to sell myself so much. It's about showing them that I can get them to their goal. And if I could show them I can get them to their goal, that's all they want. That's all they want, right? That's what they're going to pay me for, is to get them to their goals. If I could do that, then I got the deal. So what advice would you give to other credit repair organizations who are on the fence about using LevelUp Score? Like, they've heard about it, but they're just like, I don't know. Should I do it? Should I not do it?
Yeah, get off the fence. That's my advice. Like, get off the fence. Like, just hop in. I would say again, like, just sign up for a demo account. Like, it's very low cost. Like, if you're investing, it's like what, $3 to $5 a report. It's very minimal cost to even just try it out. So you can still try it out with very minimal investment and see if it works for you or for your business. And my guess is going to be it's that you're going to like it and you're going to keep it, because if you are serious, like if your goal and your mission is to truly really help your client base, and truly educate the public, then I don't see why you wouldn't have this, in your arsenal of tools that you can give to folks, right?
Yeah. So, I've heard credit repair companies say, well, I already do my own action plans.
But why are we doing your own action plan when you can have one that's already done for you? That means you're spending too much time in your business, and it should be to work on your business. You know what I mean? So the time that you're spending mainly creating and doing your own action plans, you could be doing something else.
Yeah, I agree. I did action plan stuff for years, right? And it was okay if I had a client that didn't have much on their credit report. But when they had 20 credit cards, my eyes were going cross-eyed, right? So,
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. Like it literally kind of, like I said, it literally just pays, pays for itself. Like it's not like I can name, and I'm not going to name them, but it's a ton of stuff that I see, and I'm like, shoot, I can't even afford that. I want to create it, this great software at an affordable rate. I definitely felt like when you did this, you thought of like small businesses in mind, right? Because we're all not coming in here making six figures, right off the bat. So to be able to still have something that's still affordable and that we can use, like, definitely use it.
so it was either write a book or create software. That's what happened.
Listen, you don't have to limit yourself. You could do both. Write the book next, right?
Yeah, it's like somebody was like, you got to write a book on this. And I was like, I can't because it's so customized, right? So I could say one thing for one client and say a whole different thing for another client based on their goals and things like that. So, so that's where the
they want to write a book for. Oh no! Why would they suggest that? No, you can't. Right? Yeah, I thought they meant like for you to write a book, like a memoir. But they want Yeah, I don't know how that would work either, because it would be
customizable, right? It would be one of those. You remember those books where you start reading it and then you got a question and you get to answer it and you to a different page. So
that's the way they say that.
That's the kind of book it would have to be. Would be like,
I'm like, let me do like a real high level video, like, if you have this amount of debt, you need to pay it down to 20%. Here's why, like something like that. But it's not going to have the same personable effect. So, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Someone is brand new to LevelUp Score. What's the first thing you think they should do to get the most out of it?
Someone is brand new to LevelUp Score. I think to get the most, I would run, if it was me. And I probably might still even do this myself, because people love free stuff. I would maybe run some type of deal or something where you could like get the most people in there to like create reports, so you can really like test it out and see like if you really like it, if it really fits your business model. That could be one thing that you could do to get the most out of it. Or if you have your current clients in the system, like start generating reports for them, particularly those clients who are struggling and they tend to need more guidance, or like they're handheld, for lack of better words. Start with those ones first, right? And be like, hey, I got this new tool, I'm going to send it over to you, like, let me know what you think about it, right? Yeah. And then just kind of improve and build your resources around that. Like the action plan is the centerpiece, and like build all your other tools around that.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, would you recommend LevelUp Score to other credit repair companies, and why?
Yes, of course. Anything that I find that's been beneficial in my business, I share out. I'm definitely not a gatekeeper. I think when I came into this business, I benefited from other people who was willing to share and not be gatekeepers. Because sometimes when we find a good thing, we're like, well, I want everybody else to get this, because I don't want everybody to have the same action plan, right? So you tend to like want to hold all this information into yourself. But like, I definitely share out. So for me to have somebody do a video or do guest appearances, that means this is a product that I personally use and that I trust and I benefited from and I think is good, right? And then I refer that product to my other CROs. And it's not too many things that I definitely refer out to. Like, I'm definitely selective in that, so it definitely has to be something that I can actually speak to, that I actually have done. So yeah, yes and yes, I love it, and yes, I'll refer it out.
Well, thank you for that. Okay. So last question for this spotlight is, what's something you would like to share with other credit repair companies that might help them and grow their business?
I would just say, to help grow your business, in addition to getting your LevelUp Score, right? Get it today. Guys, when you watch this video, go find it. But I would just say, just to be more mindful, to just, take things just kind of like just one day at a time. Don't feel like you have to do like so much at one time. I know for me, just being a newbie coming in, when I first came in, I was getting everything that was shiny and new. And y'all, when I tell y'all, 4 years later, I still got courses, books, stuff I ain't never opened, So it's just like, I can't tell you the amount of money that I spent. Like, oh, I'm gonna use this Monday. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I didn't even have the time yet to even go and watch all this stuff that these different add-on different materials that I can purchase. But, and I'm not just being biased because I like her and anything, when I can say this is something, even as a newbie, that you could come in on day one and start using. It's no learning curve. It's super user friendly. Like, a 5-year-old could go in there and generate the report and send it to their client. It's really user friendly. So this is something that you can come in on day one and use. And if you are an established company, and if you're not already doing automated action plans, you should definitely use this as well, because again, it's automated, you're saving time, and you can go out and then continue to market your business. So that my overall advice would be to, again, just take a step back. I know it's a lot. I know you guys are probably getting a lot of different offers, but this is definitely something that you can use like really on day one or day 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever need that you're in business, right? But yeah, it's definitely not nothing that you wouldn't, have to sit on the shelf. So don't feel intimidated. And I'm pretty sure if you have any questions, you can ask myself or you can ask her, and she'll be more than willing to help you out.
And so we'll end with Taneeka, do you want to give your information about your private Facebook page?
Yeah, so whether you're a Dispute Fox user or you're just a fellow CRO, you are more than welcome to join the Dispute Fox Unofficial group. That's the name of it, Dispute Fox Unofficial. It is the only Facebook group for the software because they do not have an official Facebook group. They only have a fan page that you can like. And in that group, we talk about all things Dispute Fox. We keep each other updated on updates or different issues. So yeah, definitely look us up, join, whether you're using the software, if you're thinking about using it, or if you use a competitor, still join. You might switch over. So yeah.
There you go. Well, thank you, Taneeka. We're so happy to have you on the spotlight today.
Thank you for having me.